So some news came down the line about Black News Channel. Now, originally when they was talking about Black News Channel, they was talking about they was going to put out this network called Black News Channel, and I believe it was a response to us online because they had to have a corporate response that they can't control. So the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, he was the one that owned the channel, Black News Channel, and he injected about $25 million into this project. And so they put out Black News Channel. They didn't go to anybody that normally do this. They didn't go to anybody that's, has built it from the ground up, have some sort of audience. None of that. They just decided to go with it. They thought that they can just get the same corporate media heads with black faces. They thought they can go get people like Mark Lamont Hill, thinking that he would hold an audience, which he don't. They go get people like Charles Blow. He can't hold an audience either. And they thought they'd just, hey, we'll put people that don't know really what they're doing, don't know the pulse of the black community. We will, just put them in a nice studio, and hey, they will overtake what's going on online with the black grassroots, media, people, that we're going to overtake that. We're going to drown them out. We're going to do that. Well, we got some news. So this is based in Tallahassee. The Black News Channel announced it was laying off an unspecified number of its 300 employees, 300, right before Christmas. 75 of whom are based in Atlanta. Now, they say the startup network, which has been heavily funded by Jacksonville Jaguars owner and billionaire Shahid Khan, has struggled to draw viewers. They say the wrap tackled the Nielsen ratings of 124 basic cable channels, with Fox News at the top. BNC came in 123rd, with an average of 4,000 viewers at any given time. Do y'all hear that? It has 4,000 viewers at any given time. Now, if you just have 4,000 viewers viewing your network at any given time, it don't go up, it don't go down, and let's say that's all you're getting per day, it's just 4,000 people consistently. That's it. That's only putting you at 120,000 views in a month. Not to toot my own horn, but I get more than that in a day with my combined channels on YouTube. I'm just being honest with you. And yet they heavily funded this. Y'all would have done better heavily funding me or others. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. It'd have been better suited, and actually would have grown into something. But continuing. Now, say, according to a memo they received, it says CEO Princell Hare broke the news Friday. The employees are reaching out to you today with some very unfortunate news about the reduction in our workforce. As you know, throughout the course of this year, we have been expanding at a rapid rate. At the same time, the U.S. economy is facing some tough challenges, several of which are heavily impacting the media industry and the revenue streams that fuel our emerging enterprise. No. I'm going to tell you what you thought you can do. You thought that you can expand past your viewership. And you thought that, well, we are the corporate media. We're actually even on TV. So people just going to automatically watch us. Black people going to automatically support us. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. But see, what y'all have done in this corporate media, y'all overlook us on social media. You say, oh, they just people on the internet. They don't know no better, right? And y'all always play yourself. Let me tell you something. We're running the yard now. We know the pulse of the people. You don't. You have no clue. It don't matter how beautiful your studio is. It don't matter what journalism school your employee went to. It don't matter anymore. Matter of fact, the people don't even want to hear those kind of people. They don't. Give you an example. Because see, I listen to the pulse of the people and I move with it. I don't just keep trying to throw something down the people's throat and they not really feeling it. So on our entertainment channel, for instance, that we do entertainment news and it's a different type of, feel on that channel. We had a sister that was on there. She was radio trained. She had she knew everything about radio. Right. And I thought she would be good. You know what the people were saying? I'm not really feeling her because she seems too radio. She seems too corporate, how she do things. And I let things go for about a month with that, and it didn't work. You know what I ended up doing? I said, nah, so we can't do this because I'm listening to the people. Sometimes if the people don't like something, much as you want to do it, you got to back off from it and give the people what they want. And what the people want is people being real about how they feel about things. Good, bad, indifferent. It's even okay if people can't stand your behind based on your opinions. At least they respect you for it enough, right? But y'all thinking y'all could keep doing the same thing. See, I understand. I do not try to grow past what I feel that I can't afford. That's your own fault. Why you hired that many employees, knowing that you ain't got the viewership or the revenue to pay these people? See, you was eating up the investment and you did not make money to cover that. This is why you had to lay off people. I will never try to expand on something I know I don't have the money to pay nobody. I'm saying? Now, because the business isn't there, this is why you had to lay people off. But you played yourself. You played yourself completely because you ignored us. You completely ignored us all. Now, he continues to say, I am incredibly proud of this team and all that we have built and accomplished. He said, your work has been outstanding, but we have reached a point where a considerable amount adjustment is needed in order to protect the health of our business and keep BNC moving forward. This is a very difficult day and a reminder that stages of our journey will be, painful. Okay. He said, now Harry noted that we are also recognized and are saddened that this change is coming at this time of year. Now he said, BNC is available in 50 million households. It said network spokesman declined to comment further. Now, you are available in 50 million households. You have that much potential, but you can only get 4,000 people to watch you at a time. That's amazing. See, they try their hardest, brothers and sisters, to keep people like myself and others, away from that kind of reach, because they know good and well if we had that kind of reach, what would happen. Now, continuing. They say Harris said in an interview earlier this year that the company had plans to move its headquarters to Atlanta at some point in the future. It said networks, a morning show co-hosted by former CBS 46 host Sharon Reed and sportscaster Mike Hill work remotely, with Reed in Atlanta and Hill spending time between LA and Atlanta. New York Times columnist Charles Blow, talking about his show he has at 10 p.m. spends time in Atlanta and New York. But see, this is what happened when you think you can replicate what we're doing here. You can't replicate that. You know what I'm saying? See, what you're trying to do is, we're Coca-Cola and you're Sam's Choice. People don't want Sam's Choice. People want Coca-Cola. Anytime they have to have a choice, they're going to get that. Understand? They don't want a cheap copy. They want the real thing. And when instead of y'all with all this money, come and work with the real thing, right? Because the real thing would actually benefit somebody outside of yourself and would also generate revenue. But some of you also want to go spend money even with people that's in Boulay as well, because that's call it what it is. Even Boulay Martin over there, like I said all before, he was crying about no ads and nobody giving him ads and black people not getting ads and they don't want to advertise to black people. And all of a sudden he started getting his ads and he forgot about black people. All of a sudden he ain't talking about black people no more. See, people like that, Boulay Martin and people like, this with the Black News Channel, this is what I said, listen, some of y'all that work at Black News Channel, some of y'all are talented. I know some of you are. And I've been to the events and behind the scenes. You complain about you can't really report on what you want to report on, or you work on a whole story. And people like Black News Channel and other mainstream companies, did your story because it's going to piss off, politicians. It's going to not make the police department, look too good. And you want to stay in good graces with it because they all wash each other's hands. And what I say is, if some of you are good journalists and you think you got what it takes, you can, hey, we always open over here to become a contributor. You can become a contributor. Now over here, we definitely operate a lot different. We believe in freedom over here, and we're going to tell the real stories. Understand? Because I don't blame the people that work there. I really don't. It's just the people that with the money, they want to make sure they keep that away from people, like us in the Black Grassroots. I mean, could you imagine, giving that $25 million and say, hey, Phil, grow what you got, hire people, do whatever. You imagine, people like, Sister Vicky Dillard, getting that kind of money to grow and expand. I mean, could you imagine that? I mean, we all could, everybody working with me would definitely get a piece of that, and making sure that we can grow this thing and make it even bigger and bigger and bigger. The outreach we can do in Africa, the outreach we can do in the Caribbean and Latin America and even Europe and Asia. Like, please, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to expand. It's a certain way to expand and not overspend your money, but they played themselves. That's all it is to it. So, it's not no celebrating with me. It's not no celebrating at all, because they just wasted their money, But when you sit up here and you play yourself and you don't want to connect with the people that's really doing it whatsoever, you think you could just be a cheap copy of it. This is why you waste $25 million. And this is why you're laying off 300 people right before the holidays, which is sad. It's very, very sad. Next time, get with the people that know what they're doing. Get with the people that make more than 120,000 views per day. Get with them, who really know the pulse of Black America and also throughout the world for Black people. Get with those people like ourselves. Because getting with people like us, you already know how it's going to go down. So keep trying. You can come out with something new. I mean, maybe y'all switch it over to a right-wing network, and because that works very well. You want to get that racist dollar. So I'm pretty sure that'd be y'all next, thing to do. But it's your first time listening. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming over listening to the podcast. We greatly appreciate you for doing so. And if you're enjoying the podcast, make sure you donate something, definitely with our Cash App or whatever platform you like to donate to help us keep the lights on. We always appreciate the love offerings, and definitely thank you for listening, and see you next time.